So, I thought I'd come on here and ask you guys a question. I'll be probably posting this question on my Instagram and my Twitter, but I just thought I would come to the camera first. But, the question is, should I be continuing doing the vlogs in the miniseries, which I've not done for a while, or should I just do commentary on things like why I don't like my other videos I've made on why I don't like specific YouTubers or why I do like specific YouTubers. Should I do that, or should I continue with the vlogs? Because I'm not sure what to do really anymore. I mean, my why I don't like YouTubers do well. They seem to do better than my vlogs, actually. So that's why I'm considering changing my style up. And I mean, I want to do what makes you guys happy. If those kind of videos don't make you happy, then I'm not gonna do it. But if they do better than the vlogs and you guys enjoy it, then I might as well do it, you know? I mean, there's no point of doing something if it's not successful. And if I want to get more subs, I gotta come out with new content and different things for people to enjoy, you know? So yeah, I thought I'd just come on here, talk to you guys. Tell me in the comments below what you guys think, and hopefully I can come to a decision here soon. Keep popping.
That's okay. That like 20 times.
Yeah, you have. None of us care.
But it hurts.
We know.
That's my boy, Mike. No.
I'm not trying to be in it.
Sorry.
I'm abused. I'm abused by you. And don't touch my shoulder.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Cooper.
Good job, Cooper.
I'm not cutting that out.
Didn't even go 5 feet.
Oh, let's go. That was a big serve, big serve, big serve. Yeah? Oh my gosh, Charlie, I was teaching a little girl I babysat how to dance today, and I would go like this and like this, and she started doing it when she was like 2.
Oh, I never picked you back, but I was going to say, obviously those people are super smart. 1, because they chose you as your babysitter, and then 2, because they have Leroy.
Yeah, if they have Leroy though, I don't know, I should just do like we just have Hallie be done.
How are you back?
Living life.
Don't interview me, because I got a 10-minute interview on Monday. I have nothing else to say on camera.
Right now.
Nothing else?
$2. $54.
Jeez, Molly, stop getting in the way.
I'm trying to play.
I think we're dead.
ruined it.
Danny, let's go!
That's clear. Oh, yeah, Alright, let's do it, Danny. Come on, one more time.
I guess.
Let's go.
That's solid. Good
How are y'all?
The hills are so hard to get up. So tired.
How are you, Rhett?
Right there, so tired.
Well, Talitha. Are you Harry Potter, sir?
If I was like, you're on the front with me.
That's awesome. I was so really excited to stand like this. Yeah, I'm so ready for this. Hands to the beat of the song.
Evan, don't fail.
Alright, hey, we just want to give you some bonus points. Come on, Evan, dude, come on.
Of course!
Make eye contact.
Yup.
Jeez, Evan.
That's all I'm asking for. Literally all. If it was out, it would have been it's fine, but I'm trying. Over. A little, at least.
Manny, are you being a little overdramatic?
No!
A little?
Finally! Oh, and then she missed
There
it.
you go!
Get it backwards. No, I don't know.
People are gonna have
How are you, Nick? Hello.
What was that? What was that?
Evan.
He tipped it.
Mikey, how are you, bro?
No, if you want to give up on me,
So this is an awesome time for us to worship God tonight. I just want to touch on that this isn't about us right here. This isn't about you guys, but this is about Jesus, and we have an amazing opportunity, and it's a privilege that we have to worship God, who's the King, the creator of everything, and he's choosing to just spend time with us and be with us here tonight. He's in our presence. He is right here among us, and it can be hard to grasp, but tonight I want you guys to take hold of Jesus and focus on Jesus. If that means getting away from the friend that's distracting you, then do that. But don't miss Jesus tonight. because He's got something for you. Just worship Him tonight. Call the sea to sail, the raging me to sail everywhere. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. You make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus. On the mountain, go on and tell it to the masses that He is
Anna!
Wait, that was first. I should do that at the end. Yeah. You can do it again. It's cute. Slightly trying to avoid smoke. I just bought this sweatshirt. Didn't want to smell like smoke, but you guys are worth it.
You're fine.
Thanks, Donna.
Just throw it in.
Okay.
Make a sacrifice for it.
So obviously I'm up here, which means I'm speaking tonight, or I have something else to say, but I'm speaking. Anyways, I just want to let you know we can just go over a recap of what happened this whole last summer because I took notes. And so just to give you guys a whole recap, when JC first opened up this whole entire series, she talked about kind of like our whole theme was called like hanging on to God, hanging on to your faith, family, friends, just all about hanging. And so she talked about temptations and how we can hang on to Jesus. And so one of her good quotes that I liked was, her ways of telling people no is, no thanks, I'm hanging with Jesus. So that you can use that for your future friends if they ask you to like drink or anything. One of the Grand Canyon guys, he's not here no longer because he's in the Air Force, right? Dakota. His great quote that he left us with was, hang on, let your souls catch up and take it all in, which I just thought that was so powerful because he was talking in the sense that we let everything go way too fast and we just let it slide right on through us without really taking it all in. Right after that we had Robbie, hey, wherever you are at, his thing that he talked about that I love so much is he said God has so many good thoughts about us, more than the grains of sand, yet we listen to those negative thoughts about us from others. And so it just really like stuck to me because I have plenty of negative thoughts day after day that people say like, oh, you did that, you didn't do this, and didn't ever think that God constantly has all these thoughts, yet I focus on that one little thing. And then there was Eric, who taught us about to hang on to Jesus, and how when he was growing up, he had the whole fear of acceptance and fear of being alone. Right after that, we had Tad, which unfortunately we had those whole fires going on, so he couldn't give us his awesome visual with the fire. He was so looking forward to it, but he had good things. One of the things was, he said, we don't see how great it is until we are surrounded by it, and he was talking about God's love and how the communicative aspect of it. Then there was Dawson, who talked about hanging on to community. One of the things he said is, this Christian community who points you to Christ, who love you unconditionally. If we don't take the risk of opening our hearts up, we miss out on that whole community, which is true. Like you have this whole entire people, your wildfire squad, peeps, whatever you want to call it. Everybody here is here for you, whether you know it or not. And then we had Jacob, and he was also talking about hanging on to God. And he brought up the great verse of, with man this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. And that's Matthew 19:26, I believe. And then there was Ye last week, who I was just blown by because she's such shy Ye, but like God really spoke through her. One of my favorite quotes was from her, which she kind of talked about wildfire, the synonym, acronym, the meaning to it, will you live desperately for your Redeemer every day? And she said, first you need to let your desperation to be revealed to God. You have to accept to be vulnerable into God so that he can give it to him. Give in to him and he will lead you. And so that, a lot of those things just really stuck with me. So I just wrote a lot of notes down about that, and I loved it. And so now I'm just going to be talking about how we kind of can hang on to God, to friends, to family. Basically, God leads us to everybody, and God gives us everything. And so my pockets are really full because I have this visual right here. Oh, my keys are stuck in it. That's not part of it. But if you see right here, I have all of these carabiners, one attached to another, attached to another. And they are 10 people here in this crowd that I actually want to talk about. And so, first and foremost, I wanted to talk about Caleb, C2B. Yeah. One of the cool things is that only, was it a year ago or so that he accepted Christ, right?
Yeah.
He accepted Christ, and I've just seen like this full-fledged devotion to Jesus. He like jumped right into wildfire, then right into backdraft, and then he's now helping out with middle schoolers, and he came out with his own album. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes I think we joke about it. Two albums. 2 albums. But that's just crazy because if you ever thought, like, I'm not passionate about that kind of stuff, but like it's amazing how God provided all of that for him. Like his Vision album, like I love it. Like we listened to it. I remember like there's distinct memories of me and Alyssa jamming out in the back of Christian's car. Yes. They're all just very great. Like it's just amazing, and just to think that like he couldn't have done any of this without God. So this first carabiner is for you. If you want to come grab it real quick. Yeah. These aren't climbing. They say not for climbing, so don't try climbing. Yeah.
That was the first time someone's been nice to me in so long.
I hope that you would like use it as like a keychain or reminder. My second person who I really want to pinpoint out is Danny Littrell. Yes. Without God, I would have never met this gal. She's been one of my small group students, not leaders, a small group students for like 3 years now, I believe. And so it just been so cool seeing her grow up. And then the biggest impact that I've seen her make is through her DARE program. Now, as you guys know, most of you who went on Beach Boat know that she's been doing DARE for a while now. And as a senior, is it okay that I share this? Yeah. Okay, good. As a senior,
I'm going to.
Well, yeah. As a senior, then she would be stopping this whole, DARE program. But by God's grace, she was talked to by a DARE higher up person, the CEO of DARE, to implement the DARE program in Nigeria for the next 10 years. They will provide all of that for her, and it's just amazing to know that like God has been by her through all of this. Like she would have never gotten an opportunity without Jesus. So then here you go. My next one is to Danny. Okay, so my next two guys are Dawson and Jacob Thacker. So, and also please don't think I'm picking favorites. This is all God, guys. The one, first and foremost, I could tell you a couple years ago, I remember distinctly we were kind of picking out, who we'd nominate as like student leaders kind of thing. And not like Jacob was upset or anything, but he was like really like wanting to be one. He went full-fledged into AV. Like, I remember distinctly, we're trying to find somebody for AV, and then Jeff goes, yeah, Jacob, you're going to be doing it. And then he just went with it. And he's been doing so good at it, always there on Sundays when he needs to be, always there on Wednesdays in the back. Like, he doesn't hardly ever get to participate in games and all those things because he's there putting up those visuals for you guys. And, you know, I'm not secretly, but I love that he has that passion and continues to go after that. And then, like, his missions trips he does, like, the heart he has for children, it just astounds me. And then there's Dawson, who just continuously, without any naysay or anything, he just will always be there to do worship. And it's also awesome just to see how God has been moving through him since he was like in middle school. I remember hearing about this kid, and I was like, this kid, like, I just heard a story and it was a great God story, and like, there's something in this kid. So I was like, I want to be friends with this little kid, but like, I want to be able to watch him grow up. And I got the opportunity to do so. Like, now he's a senior, like, sad eye, but not sad eye, sad tear. And so, but these next two ones are for Dawson and Jacob. I don't know where you guys are at.
Soon to be.
Okay.
My heart is so warm right now. Like, oh
my next two are for two adult leaders that we have here. There's one for Jacob Dirksen and then one for Ye. Jacob Dirksen, if you haven't known, also, which is one thing, is he just records everything. Thank goodness. I even asked him today if he had his camera, and it was like 6:15. He's like, you know why? And I was like, oh, my mom's sick, she can't come. I'll go get it. And he like went home, you know, out of the way to go get a camera, then come all the way back to Jeff's house. Like, I know where he lives. It's like out of the way. But he just has such a servant's heart. Every time when we're in like a leaders meeting and then Jeff's like, okay, who can do this? And I'm like, I'm not sure if I really want to. He's like, yeah, I'll do it. And I'm like, yeah, he will. Like, he just never, in a sense, never says no. And it can see it so evidently through him. And so this is for you, Jacob. And then I need to, okay, I do a green one for Ye because Ye likes green. Okay, I don't know where to put that. Oh, it's okay. So Ye is my next person who I want to talk about. We've known each other for a long time, like, I don't even, 14 years? Yeah, if you guys don't know, our inside joke is I call her ugly all the time, and it means the opposite, that she's really pretty. But then when people hear me say it, like, no one ever hears her say it, but I get called out all the time. Anyways, Ye and I have this great friendship, and we've been blessed enough to be able to work side by side along with Jeff and into growing this ministry with one another. And it's been so cool seeing this shy girl like just open up. Like, she just, like, not like I'm saying just lately, but like seeing Jesus speak through her last week, it still blows my mind. Like, I couldn't even imagine doing something like that. Like, just, I was just writing down everything. I had so many notes for her, but I love how Jesus flows through you and how you hang on to Jesus for everything, and you're there for your family, you hang on to family and your friends. I just love you, so you deserve this Green Carabiner.
Yay!
That's good. That's a good one. Okay, let me find my flashlight. Okay, good. There's I still have 4 more. There's 3 guys who I really want to give these to. And their names are Devin, Gavin, and Manny Vasquez. about hanging on to God, these guys just got baptized this last Sunday. And what makes me so happy is, I mean, I just met Manny a little bit, and during kind of beach boat, I got to talk to him a little bit more, kind of thing, and he is just was helping me without hesitation. You're like, oh hey, other person, can you help me? They'd kind of walk off, and then Manny's like, oh yeah, we need to clean this boat, and he would just be right there along helping me whenever I needed it. Same for Gavin, and I yelled hardcore at Gavin during the beach boat whenever I was out alone on the island, and he still hopefully is my friend after that. And just seeing Devin now also grow up, like I remember when they were all, was it sophomore year, that freshman year, that Dawson brought them all and they all went to spiritual retreat, and I was like, I really want to be friends with all those kids, like there's so many of them in the same grade, and it just, they're all grown up, and it just makes me happy. And the fact that they just got baptized just makes me so amazed, because they want to live their life for Jesus and they want to hang on to God. So you three, I don't know where you guys are at, but you guys deserve this Carabiners. Okay, so I have one more, and I have a great story that goes with it, because as most of you guys know, on Beach Boat, it was the very last night, we got very serious in the sense that there was like a thunder lightning storm coming our way. And most of you guys don't know, but I'm from Texas, or I think you guys will know. Anyways, I'm from Texas, where thunderstorms are like all the time. And they're like good, like nice warm thunderstorms, but they're also crazy lightning ones where the next day you're looking at the news and half the house is gone because a lightning struck upon it. And so I grew up hating rain and all that. And then I came to Washington and everybody praises the rain because we never really get it. So then when we had this last week, or not this last week, at Beachwood the last night, there was like the lightning, and I was like, Jeff was kind of giving us the best thought that we had to be prepared for all of that was to come. So I was kind of nervous. I was really nervous. So, you know, I was just praying to God, like, God, just make me calm, make me not nervous. I just don't want to be like too itched out and like people to notice. So I was just kind of sitting there trying to be casual. My heart's still beating, don't get me wrong. And then I have this great guy come over to me, and Jeff's asking about where all of our life jackets are, and he goes, hey, I'm just wondering, is it okay to be scared? And in my heart I'm like, I'm scared too, but I'm like, yeah, why are you scared? Like trying to be so casual. And he's like, just because we're acting so very serious. There's like, they're asking about life jackets, are we gonna have to get into the water? Like, you know, going all these scenarios, and I'm thinking the same things, but like God overcame me, made me completely calm. And I don't even know what I spit out. I spit out something like, yeah, we're just checking. We need life jackets for tomorrow because we're going back to the, you know, cove where they need us and blah, blah, blah. But it was just like those godsends to where his name is Dylan Berry, wherever you're at. Right when he came to me, I was praying hardcore before that. And then he came to me, asked me those questions, and it was kind of like, boom, get into leader mode, be cool and collected, and act like it's everything. And him and I think it was Asante or somebody, we're all just chit-chatting, just like, yeah, it's cool, we can be nervous, but it's just fine, we're just preparing for tomorrow. And so this last carabiner is for Dylan, wherever you are at. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this out. One of the songs we might sing if we have time, I don't know. It's going to be I Will Build My Life by House Fires, but it's kind of based off of this verse, possibly, I don't know. It's Psalm 31. It says, Lord, I trust in you alone. Don't let my enemies defeat me. Pull me from the trap my enemies have set for me. For you alone are strong enough. Now, as you see, all those 10 carabiners that I handed out, you guys could have done any of that. God could have done all of that by himself, give it to himself, it's fine. But God implemented you so that you could hang on to him and lean into Him and trust Him to know that He alone can help you. And look at all that you've gotten from that. You've gotten albums, you've gotten baptized, you've gotten the trip to Nigeria for the next 10 years. You've gotten all these things, and it's all because of God.
Amen.
And so, this is the very end of Psalm 31, and I just thought it was great. Right here it says, "Oh, love the Lord, all of you who are His people, for the Lord protects those who are loyal to Him, but harshly punishes all who are hotly rejected by Him. So cheer up, take courage if you are hanging on to the Lord." And so I just love that, because God protects you if you hang on to Him. You don't hang on to Him, then there's your consequences. But I hope you guys all learned that throughout this series to hang on to Jesus and to know that He can provide for you, for you. And I love you guys.
Worthy of every song we could ever sing. Worthy of all the praise we could ever bring. Jesus. Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever sing. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. Fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me.
Please like and subscribe, and make sure you like that like button. Leave a comment down below if you liked it. Love you guys.